Hiya, I'm Sabrina from GBO, your women's gear review channel, where we test all kinds of gear for women by women, but of course everyone is welcome. Today we're going to be reviewing the ORTLIEB Daypack Commuter. So let's get into a summary of this bag. So first up is price. So this bag runs at about $210. So this bag is made of waterproof PU coated Cordura, and the material has an IP rating of 64. But what is an IP rating? So this basically means that on the IP rating chart that it has total protection from dust ingress. So that's basically like things getting inside the bag, and can also withstand low powered pressure jets. And just to note, that is from any angle as well. So water pressure jets. So would say this bag is definitely waterproof. One thing they do note, however, is that the inside of the front pocket is not waterproof. So they don't use the PU coating on the inside just to prevent it from looking and feeling like tarpaulin. So in terms of dimensions, we've just done a rough measurement just to show you. However, the website does state that it's 19.7 inches in height, 11.8 inches in width, and 6.1 inches in depth. The volume of this bag is 21 litres. However, it does come in a size that is 27 litres also. So there's like a bigger version of this bag. So in terms of the weight of the bag, this comes in at a very low 740 grams or 26.1 ounces. So what I'll do is I'll just show you now quickly. So yeah, this is kind of barely registered on our little weighing thing here. It's just moved a little bit over. So yeah, I do believe that it is 740 grams, especially when you hold it, like it is super, super light. And just to let you know that this has been test loaded to 17.7 lbs, so pounds. So next up, colours. So as you can see here, this comes in a ash rose. It also comes in pepper, so kind of like a light grey black, and also ink, which is basically dark blue. In terms of the shape and design of it, as you can see, it is a classic roll top bag. This has been like styled to sort of suit anything from like everyday to like office life. So it's like quite like elegant, but also casual, but also in a way professional. So you kind of got the best of both worlds here. You can definitely see as well that you do get the feeling that it is more of a cyclist backpack as well. So how about warranty? The warranty for ORTLIEB's bags are 5 years. So basically that's a 5-year warranty on manufacturing. And they do offer a 1-year guarantee basically on like any repairs that they do to the bag. So if within those 5 years you have a problem with it and they decide to repair it, you've also got a 1-year warranty on that. So there is another thing that you should know about this bag and also ORTLIEB is that basically they do specialize in a lot of cyclist backpacks. So if this one like perhaps isn't for you, I would definitely check out their website, just in terms of like the quality of the bags and the durability. They have like loads of other things, and like loads of cycling accessories as well. So definitely like head on over there if you're not too sure if this one's for you. Okay, so let's get into the features of this bag. So first up, we've got the external features. So just what we ran over quickly as well with like the style of it. They have also kept this in mind with their branding on the backpack. So say for example here you've got the ORTLIEB little logo, and that is also reflective. So when you're cycling, you've got a bit of extra safety there. And then you can also see we have here what looks like little breathing holes. I wasn't really too sure what these were at first. From a distance, I thought they might be like ventilation. However, they've actually done a really clever design here. These are little loops, basically. So what you can do is you can put your U-lock through there, or like rear lights, or even like your helmet as well. So you've just got those extra little carry-in places there. So there's 3 of them on the front. So personally, I really like this because I do cycle into work a lot, and I always find that I struggle to find somewhere to put my U-lock in. Obviously some U-locks are super heavy, like the kryptonite ones, and sometimes been cycling into work with my current bag and it just ends up like, you know, bashing into your rib and all sorts. So I also like that they've placed it on the front of the pack. We've then got a quick access front pocket for things such as your keys or your phone. As it is quick and easy access, it means that other people can also get into that quite quickly. So I'd probably put my stuff in the main compartment when I wasn't, when I'm not using this for cycling. And that's what I kind of have been doing. I've just been like stashing everything in the main compartment, like at work and stuff like that. For opening and closing the roll top, there is also a daisy loop feature to adjust to how packed your bag is. So if you need to, like, if you've got more stuff in it or less stuff in it. But I thought that was quite nicely designed. We've then also got a top handle as well for holding. It's nothing too special, but it is functional. And now moving on to the middle compartment. So pretty much the main bit of the bag. So as you can see, there is an organizer for your laptop and notebook. This is also detachable. So basically, if you want to take it out, you can do. But you also have the option of putting it in there if you want to bring your laptop to work or you've got extra notebooks and stuff like that. As you can see, there is a lot of storage space in the main compartment, and it also has a reinforced base at the bottom just to add a bit of structure. So on that note, let's take a further look and have a bit of a chat about the bottom of the bag. So I'd say that it definitely works with the design, the fact that they've added a reinforced base, just because the bag itself doesn't really have much structure. So by having that reinforced space at the bottom, it means that it's easier carrying things like ring binders and stuff like that. Just as without it, I think it would be a bit of a nightmare. It also feels really sturdy, and they've used outdoor material to reinforce it. So you know that the bottom of this bag can face quite a lot of like enhanced wear. One thing that I also really like about it, or like I was quite genuinely impressed with like the overall quality of the bag, is that although everything's like so thin, like at first you think, oh, I'm not too sure about that. It's actually really good quality. So in line with our theme of taking an extra focus on things, let's jump back to the laptop compartment. The laptop compartment can fit a laptop of roughly about 15 inches in there. So it does accommodate for like bigger size laptops. As you can see, this is me putting in my 13.3 inch laptop. So it fits really snugly in there. And also one thing to note is that it's padded, it's sort of padded all around, but it also has a false bottom. So it gives like quite good structure to it. And it is also lifted a little bit up off the floor of the bag. So your laptop isn't going to be touching the bottom of the bag, which is the sign of a good design. A little bonus with this as well is that you do have a zipper pocket on the front of the laptop compartment. So if you want to fit anything in there, like a small notebook or like pens and stuff like that, you can put whatever you want in there. Okay, so on to the back of the bag. So this is definitely a little bit different. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit apprehensive when I saw the back ventilation. I think partly just because I've never seen a bag like this before, using like plastic kind of like ventilation system. It's kind of like, the plastic is a little bit spongy, I'd say it's more like rubber. But it actually works surprisingly well. Like even with my daily backpack, like when I'm cycling with that, like it is really good for back sweat, but you still do get a little bit with this. With my personal bag, but with this, like I actually didn't get that much at all, I think because it is so lightweight. And the TPE ventilation system actually works really well. One thing to note, however, is that it doesn't have like any like back panel or like structure. These little like TPE cubes kind of make up like a flexible structure. I was a little bit apprehensive about like how I packed my bag, if that would impact like things digging into my back. However, it was actually okay with that. That being said, you do, however, still have to be a little bit careful on how you pack the bag, just so you're not packing it in a bumpy way. So like the back structure kind of goes like that. Otherwise it is a little bit uncomfy. So on to the shoulder straps. So the padding is sufficient. It feels so thin when you like first feel it. However, they have added like these little bumps in there just for the ventilation. And it is like surprisingly quite comfy. I also found that it didn't really dig in at all as well, which was a bonus. Another thing to note is that they've also included a reflective logo on the shoulder straps as well. So you've got that added reflective safety when you're cycling. So another feature that the backpack straps have is a detachable sternum strap. So for me, in my eyes, this is a big win. However, it depends if you can actually get these off and adjust them. Some bags are super, super easy. However, with this bag, unfortunately, it's an absolute nightmare. Yeah, like luckily, like the actual positioning of the sternum strap is actually quite comfortable for me, and especially as a female, it fits right and everything. So I haven't had to like detach the sternum straps, but I have tried, and it's just not happening. Yeah, it's just really, really tricky, which I was quite surprised about, just as they've made everything so simple and easy on this backpack. I think that was kind of a little bit of a letdown for me, unfortunately. So another thing that they've added is also a waist strap on the bottom. Usually bags that are 21 litres don't generally have this. However, just as it's a cycling backpack, I think that's why they've added it. Personally, I really like it. I like the fact that they've added a waist strap on, and I found that it made like cycling a lot more comfortable. So yeah, that was also a win. Okay, so let's move on to our fit check and comfortability. This is what the backpack looks like on me, and for reference, I'm 5 foot and 6 inches. So let's talk about whether ORTLIEB has passed the female body test or not. So first up, as I said before, the backpack straps fit on really comfortably. They didn't fit on in like an awkward position or anything. So as I mentioned before, the backpack straps were really comfortable. One thing to note as well is that they went where they needed to go. They didn't fit very awkwardly or anything like that. They were quite snug. So I was pretty happy with the backpack straps. In terms of the sternum strap, if you could easily detach them, I would say I'm very happy with them. Luckily, the positioning on it already was comfortable, which was great. It wasn't sort of like, you know, halfway across my boobs or like up here or like, you know, down there. So I was pretty happy with that. I would have to say that it passed the female body test, personally for me, even though the straps are very, very hard to detach. I would say if these also detached, I would assume and hope that it passes the female body test for everyone. So in terms of ORTLIEB's absolute pride, waterproofness. I'm not sure if that's even a word, but how waterproof is it? So this is one of the unique selling points of the German engineered backpack. So basically it's its toughness and also the water resistance. And as you can see, the water does quite frankly like roll straight off it. One thing I loved about this as well is that on first look of the bag, it doesn't look waterproof. It kind of looks like it's like fabric woven, but it doesn't do that thing where it says it's waterproof and then it kind of leaves a little bit of a damp mark and then kind of dries off. Like it just simply rolls straight off. The only thing I'd say is you need to make sure you fully roll down the top, just to ensure that it is like fully waterproof. Otherwise you are going to get water in your bag. It's kind of a no-brainer, but yeah, just as long as it's tightly rolled up, you're fine. So we are going to do an airline test on this. It doesn't say that it is suitable as a personal item or carry-on, just to use that as a disclaimer, but I think it's just always handy to know if you did want to take this on a plane, could you? So let's see. So this is for the personal item. Unfortunately, as you can see, it is a bit too big. You could try and kind of like squeeze it in. But I think, yeah, if this was like fully packed and stuff, the plastic on both ends kind of stops it from happening. It depends how strict your airline is being. In terms of carry-on, it'll fit right in, because there's plenty of space for that. Okay, so let's do a quick roundup of pros and cons of ORTLIEB. So my first pro for this bag is that I love the fact that it was super lightweight and also 100% water resistant. The second thing that I loved was that the airflow was actually really good on the bag, and I love how they've done it so simply and it just works. It's straightforward and it does the job. And the third thing that I really liked was the little like design features. So I feel like they're really sort of like simple, but yeah, like a simple solution, like the little U-lock storage and like places for your helmet and stuff. I loved that. So moving on to the things that I didn't like about this bag. First up is I love organization. There is like organization in this bag, but personally for me, just because you'll be putting like a lot of stuff in here, like I think it's quite easy to like lose stuff in it. So like I found with like my work stuff, I was conscious because like I bring a lot of stuff with me, but it's all essential. But I found myself having to like, it was like rooting through the bag, and as soon as I thought I got close to it, it'd slip up the other side. So that was just a bit awkward for me, to be honest. The next up is no water bottle holder. So personally for me, as much as I love this, especially when cycling, not having a water bottle holder is kind of a deal breaker for me, just because it takes up quite a lot of space in the bag and I have quite a heavy water bottle. And the next up would be that it'd be nice to have a little bit more structure on the back panel, just so you don't have to think like strategically about packing as much. So on to the important question, who is this backpack for? So I'm going to say 100% if you're an urban cyclist, this is the bag for you. I would say that if you're looking for something for like longer cycle rides, probably not so much, but if you're just using it to like get into work cycling, this would be the bag for you. So who is this bag not for then? I would say that this bag is not for someone who wants organization in their day-to-day bag, or maybe you want something that can double up as a work bag and a travel bag. I was considering using this for an overnight trip just because of like the size of it, just because it seems like it's got a lot of space in the main storage compartment. However, I decided against it just because of the lack of organisation. However, maybe I've just been spoiled by all of the wonderful travel/work backpacks we've been able to review. With that being said, if you do want something that is more like work travel related, you should definitely check out the knack bag reviews we have. So we've got like the Series 2 small, the Series 1 in different sizes as well. If you want something that isn't a cycling bag, the Drive City C backpack is also a good daily urban commuting backpack. So head over to the channel and have a look at those if you want to. That is our review on the ORTLIEB Commuter Daypack line. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, why not consider becoming a part of the GBO community and hitting that like and subscribe button. If you are considering purchasing this backpack, or you just want to have a wee nosy at their website to see if there's something a bit better suited to you, we would kindly ask that you use the links down in the description. Thanks so much for watching.